Hey everybody, Bad Merc here. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing Trust No One by Devildriver. This album's been out for a few years now, but I wanted to do a review on it. Just a little heads up, Devildriver's a melodic death groove metal band. This is their seventh album. They're heavy as fuck, and this is probably my favorite American metal band. They're always putting out quality material. The singer Dez, he has great down to earth lyrics, and he's one of the best aggressive vocalists on the planet in metal, in metalldom. They're kind of like a modern Pantera. I hate to say it, but I mean it is what it is. From California. Pantera is more of a Texas style southern. This one's more like a Californian groove, style sort of. This is like the first album that the other guitar player got to actually write. And it's you could really hear him soar on here. He really shines. There's a lot of technicality in the guitars. It's really cool. I'm not saying that the other albums are. I'm not going to take anything away from the previous Devildriver albums, which are all fucking good. But he puts in his time, and you can tell he was waiting. And it's a solid effort. Definitely. This is just a really cool lineup they got on here. I think they have the Chimera drummer on here, and he's really good too. It looks like everybody in the band's just really having a good time on this album. They all want to be there. There's really no egos or nothing. They brought in a new guitar player too, and they actually he got to write one of the songs too, and it's pretty good. This is the album right here. Trust No One. This is the album art. Basically, it's got like a dead sheep laying right there. Got the Devildriver sign on the moon. It's basically a wolf in sheep's clothing or skin, and this is the interior artwork. Again, I'll say it, and I will say it forever. You got to get the vinyl. Devildriver just re-released all their albums on vinyl too, so definitely pick them up. All their albums are fun and good. Heavy fucking metal, groove. And each album's like a little different too. They all got their own little signature sound too. A little bit different each album. You can tell it's the band, but they're all a little different. So, yeah, that's it pretty much. Here's some of their other efforts. I recommend picking them all up. They're all really good. And here's, some of the album lyrics. Check them out. The singer writes some really good down-to-earth lyrics, like I was saying before. That's one of the reasons why I like them a lot. One of the many reasons why I like Devildriver. And they also, side fact, they have I gathered the Guinness Book of World Records largest mosh pit, live. I think there's actually a video for it on YouTube if you look for it. All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty. The first song on here is "Testimony of Truth." This is an awesome opener. It starts with them an awesome guitar techery, and drops into some heavy chuggy verse. The chorus is melodic and catchy. There is a lot of gear dropping verses to bring it together, but the drums they hit hard on this one, and the solo at the end of this is just like an epic melter, and the drums they just accent it perfectly. You just turn this song on, it just kind of, I don't know, it just really hits. It's an awesome song. I listen to it a lot, when I'm driving, and the song just really it really drops. I like it a lot. The next one on here is "Bad Deeds." This one is heavy, and it has this interesting tremolo guitar verses. The drums switch it up a lot, and they hit hard. The chorus is a real headbanger. There's some cool thrash riffs in here, and the tremolo verse in the middle, it's fucking triumphant. Yeah, it's really cool. There's this lyrical part in here. He's saying "get lost to find yourself," and I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool quote. You know what I mean? Get lost to find yourself. I like that a lot. The third song on here is "My Night Sky." This track right here is it's a little slower track. It's heavy though. It's pretty cool. The vocals on the chorus sound a little different in a dope way. He holds the growl, the way he yells it, a little different than some of the other songs. In the middle of the song has a really cool build up too. It sounds really awesome. The the fourth track on this album is This Deception. It starts with like a classic acoustic guitar and drops into this chorus verse with this like devil driver style. The main verse is heavy and it's got like this awesome like mechanized sound, and the drums kind of like accent it perfectly. The middle section has this cool like dope solo, and the ending has this like badass like build up. To sound proper like if you were to hear it live, and it has this like bleed by example where he's just saying basically like bleed. I don't know, bleed by example. It's pretty cool though. I like that one a lot. Yeah, and then there's like these like guitar hammer-ons at the end of the album that sound really cool too. The fifth song on here is Above It All. This is a song. It sounds like a heavy trip, like you're going on like a crazy like like it's trippy. The percussion is on the on the top, and it's just like right on point. The guitar leads also help with like the trippy sounds, all the while like tying it together with heavy rhythms on the percussion. Yeah, it's just like a psychedelic hard hitter. Yeah. It's like the song. It definitely makes you feel that like, kind of makes you feel that you're, kind of like looking down at people, like all the bullshit, and just kind of looking at it from like a cloud, like from up above, So I think that's probably why, the song's called Above It All. The sixth song on here is Daybreak. This one has like a groove, southern heavy feel to it. It's definitely one of the catchiest like tracks on the album. The chorus has some cool like hammer-ons, and the main verse is like kind of like this interesting southern chuggy hybrid that is it's kind of infectious, and the solo in the center is awesome too. The video for it's pretty cool too. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of, I don't know, like looks like they're in the woods or something like that, and there's like this crazy like tall man like kind of walking around and stuff. He kind of looks like the Crooked Man or something. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. The next song on here, number 7, is Trust No One. It's the title track. The intro on this one has like a melodic technical feel that drops into this like speed riff with blast beats and drops out into this like chuggy groover. It's just like a classic Devildriver sounding song. I love the drums on this track. The guitar lead verse on the chorus is catchy as hell. It's a brutal, fast, and catchy song. It kind of reminds me of like the way that they were doing songs during the Fury of Our Maker's Hand. That album, I don't know, like the first album came out, and the band had kind of like a weird style. Like they almost had like a psychobilly death metal sound, which was an original as in itself, but then when they got the newer cats, it kind of changed again, and I don't know, that's basically what happened. And then the next album came out, The Fury of Our Maker's Hand. That was the one that I kind of like gravitated towards because it had more of like a melodic death metal sound to it. Kind of reminded me of like Dark Tranquillity or something like that, and that's why I liked it a lot. Yeah, so that's why I kind of like gravitated towards the sound of that one. The 8th song on here is Feeling Ungodly. I think this is the heaviest track on the album. This song sounds like a mechanized meat grinder. This one is very tightly like delivered, and it's technically performed. The vocals on this one are catchy and they're really guttural. It's a short song, but I don't know. It just, to me, it really sounds like, I don't know. I guess it could sound different for everybody, but for me, it just sounds like kind of like you're going to work all the time, and it's, you got to go to work and bust your ass, and it's like you're on the chopping block. You could get fired or something like that, and there's nothing you can really do. Every day is like a chance for you to get fired, so you're always on the chopping block. So to me, that's basically like you're a cog in the machine, at your work or what have you. To me, that's what this song kind of sounds like. The next track on here is Retribution. This is number 9. This one starts with a badass like bass riff, Another song with some tight guitar and drum accents. There are some like cool some guitar like twangs on this one as well as the tremolo riffs, and the breakdown in the middle is like mechanical and heavy as fuck. One of the heaviest, like deepest sounding tracks in the album. It's a straight up, to me it sounds like a straight up like revenge track. You know, like it, to me it sounds like something that would go like on like Ghost Rider, like you'd hear it like on a Ghost Rider movie or something, or maybe even like The Punisher or something like that. Yeah, so that one, it's got a lot to offer too. Yeah, right here I'm just sketching a wolf. I don't know, trying to. I wanted to draw like a wolf in like kind of like an abstract wolf with the sheep's clothing, kind of like inspired by the whole like concept of the album cover. The 10th song on here is titled For What It's Worth. This one starts with like a choir of guitar leads, then some heavy chugs come in, followed by some haunting guitar melodies, then like Devil drives all the way to like I don't know, best intros on this. It's like this big, like real heavy vibes on this song. It just has like, I don't know, it's just like a real big, like melodic, heavy, epic sounding song. There's also this like really dope like thrash part in it, and then it like drops into some more like kind of like progressive death metal sounding stuff. The number 11 on here, it's called House Divided. Again, this one starts with an interesting like clean guitar intro. Then you know, Devildriver stuff comes in again, and this one has like, I don't know, it has like an album, like they did an album called Beast, and it kind of has like a Beast feel to it. I love the songs like this. This is you know, some brutal, catchy verses, and the chorus is fast and melodic, and it kind of has like a blue feel to it. You know, and I don't mean like the blues, but kind of just, you know, you feel kind of blue when you hear it. It's the chorus also has like a speed gothic feel to it, if you will. And the guitar solo is heartfelt, and it suits the song beautifully. The 12th song on here is Evil on Swift Wings. This one has some like chuggy, groovy verses. The chorus is probably my favorite on here. This one feels like a bat out of hell flying through like a clouded sky. The tremolo riffs on this one, you know, sound evil as fuck. And the breakdown outro on here is it's heavy as hell, and it's progressive sounding too at the same time, and it rocks. It's really cool, like way to like end an album, I think. But yeah, you know, this is it's a pretty crazy sounding song. Definitely have to check that one out too. Like if you don't want to hear the whole album, you don't want to check it out, check out that special like track at the end. In closing, I think this album right here kind of has like a Fury of Our Maker's hand like sound to it, but like, you know, like a reborn like sound, you know, but very Devildriver sounding. It kind of has like I think the album to me also kind of had like a Gojira feel to it a little bit, which I love Gojira. Like not all their albums, but like their old ones to me, and it kind of sounded like that a lot. You know, and the drums on here and the guitar, I think, are just straight up worth the price of admission. I mean, the singer, he's one of the best singers of metal, but I'm just saying that's you know, they're all like on equal stats when it comes to like the way the album is put together. And they're coming out with a new album pretty soon too, from my understanding. It's gonna be like a southern outlaw country album. So that shit should be pretty crazy. I'm definitely looking forward to that one. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but it's gonna have like a bunch of like special appearances by all these different people, and I don't know. They're always like, again, the band's always trying to do something. Trying to do something different, you know, trying to like switch it up. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's really, really important nowadays with the way the industry is, and there's only so much stuff you could do that's hasn't been done before, you know. I also got this here 805 beer by Firestone. It's a California beer, just like this band, Devildriver. It's from California, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a crack at this tall boy. Let's see what it's like. Wow, that's intriguingly smooth. It said to chill it properly. Wow, that's really, really good. So I'm going to have to definitely give this Devildriver album, Trust No One, 2 horns way up. And this California California beer right here, 805 by Firestone, 2 horns up. And if you like comics, metal, movies, and brewskis, ring that bell, smash that like button, and subscribe to Metal, Movies, and Brewskis. Thanks for watching, folks. Happy New Year.